Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Engine House. Uh, it's been really busy here. Spring is here, and I've had a few minutes here, a few minutes there, and I haven't wanted to really shoot videos of doing the work. So, it's just because it would be chopped up. Running new plumbing, and as you can see by the plywood there behind me, that's going on the floor in the bathroom as soon as I take up the rest of the inch of layered flooring since the house was built in 1921. There literally is an inch of between after the original floor, linoleum, some other plywood. There was an inch of stuff down there. And most of it's up, but that's the last of it. And of course, that came off the knee wall that I took down. That was for whatever reason they went about 6 or 8 inches away from the original wall and built this knee wall. And plywood's still in good shape, so I'm going to reuse it. Anyway, the presentation I was going to have has been moved. The building that it was supposed to be in was the old city building at that the city was remodeling with a room there for people to come in and do presentations and whatnot. So when I talked to the city manager, he said it was not going to be ready. They were still some of the stuff that they had ordered for that had not come in yet. Excuse me. And he would like it if I waited. I could have done it at the new city building, but he wanted me to be the first person doing the presentation there after the grand opening. So we moved it from April, which by the time you see this, it will have already gone past, into May, May 10th, the Saturday. The grand opening is the 9th, and he wants me there doing the presentation the very next day. Now, if there's a holdup again for whatever reason, we'll probably move it again, but he's hoping everything will be ready to go by then. And, supply issues, getting stuff in, it's taking longer than they initially anticipated. So I'm glad that he thought of me and decided he wanted me to be the first, and so he has asked me to put it off, and I said sure, we'll do that. It will be televised to Fort Kent, to the library up there, and it's a co-op deal, and it'll be televised from there, over up the internet. I don't know how that's going to work. I'm not exactly sure if just anybody in the state's going to see it, or if it's just between Fort Kent and our town. We'll wait and see. I have no idea, but also we'll be videotaping it. My wife and I will be videotaping it there, and of course I'll put it on my YouTube channel, so you'll get to see it. In the meantime, I'm still I was waiting for stuff to come in for this, and I kind of got stalled on the Green Pastures Dairy building. It's sitting over there. And because this was closer to being done, I decided to finish this before I kind of almost stop for the summer. My wife and I sat down and we have a list this long. And remodeling an old house, it's going to be an interesting summer. So I got this pretty much finished. There's still some more detailed parts here that are going to go on. Let me get this up here nice and close. You can see, hopefully, there are some people there inside now. And we have the sidewalk here in front. We have, of course, bird droppings on the roof, right? A lot of people forget about that. Birds are a thing. Pigeons, seagulls, they're all kind of there. And they do like to perch on roofs. And, of course, you know what happens. So we got a few bird droppings going on there. We've got some stuff in the back here, a couple of trash cans, of course, little crate there, some rotten wood, and a cinder block. I was going to put in one of the videos where I did the bushes, I had a couple of extras sitting here, and I was going to put them on here, and I have to make some more. We lost power today for about 3 hours, so I haven't been able to really do much of anything other than just paint. My glue gun, nothing was working. We just got power back a little while ago. But anyway, I was going to do some of the, put those 2 bushes in, and Shop Kitty ran off with them. I swear that cat will if it's there and small and looks like fun to play with. I had them sitting over here. She must have come in overnight. There were 2 of them sitting here, and they're gone. I don't know where they went. I'm going to make some more. I have the stuff, of course, to make some, but I didn't have time before I wanted to do this video, and I'll be making some here later on. But getting back to this, here we go. You can see we got some dirt back here, some gravel. If you look here, this other window, you can see it's a little greasy there. It's been never gotten cleaned. And the sign, when I made it, it was too tall. So I decided to add this lobster here. And it's, of course, the backstory being this was a takeout seafood place at one time. And then when the new owner took it over, they took the sign off that had the seafood restaurant and put their sign on, but they left the lobster as fine dining, right? Why not? So that kind of took care of that. I realized I made it too tall when I put you don't really notice it until you put the roof on the building. I glued this to the roof prior to, and then I went, it looks too tall, and I didn't want to take it off. So I just went ahead and we did the lobster, and we just did a really quick, and you can see the light up here. Of course, rusted up a bit. Same with the oven back here, the furnace and the oven and whatnot back in here. And of course, the air conditioner's on the roof. I was waiting for a lot of these parts to come in, and they finally showed up. The tables that are in here, you can't see the tables real well. You can kind of see them, and the benches. What I had to do was build up the floor a little bit, because when I put them in there initially, you couldn't even see the heads of the people. They were sitting way down. This was not really, 1950s kit. It really wasn't. It was just a setup, snap together, put on your layout, take it apart, put it away. I don't think they were really thinking about authenticity. It's not really I bought 6 tables and enough benches for both sides, and honestly, they won't fit all in here. So I put in what I could, enough so that somebody just kind of casually glancing at it will see people in there, and we're going to call that good. I have extra tables and extra benches. And whoops, my little crate there fell over. So anyway, this is, I'm going to call this done, with the exception of some more bushes back here and maybe some more junk and debris. You can see back here I've got some rotted wood laying there, and a cinder block. We're going to call this, for now, we're going to call it good. And that thing keeps coming off of there. Let me get a little more of a glue right there. And we're going to set that back. There. I hadn't had time to dry yet. I just finished up that last little bit. So anyway, this is done, with the exception of a couple little bushes. This is going to be a short video because, again, I've got some other things I'm still doing. I'm still putting stuff together for the presentation. The start of a tree, right? Trying a little something. I spread them out a little more, and added some more to this. I'm going to see how it turns out. I still have to wind it and see what it looks like. And then I have to start another one to show people what it looks like when it's sitting on the board. I'm going to cut this board off too. This was a piece of scrap. You can see there's a nail there, which I hooked that on, and then glue this down, and we're going to see what happens. But anyway, I'm going to have this one as kind of, it's not going to be finished. I'm just going to spin it so people can see what it looks like before it's painted. And then I'll have another one sitting here on the board so they can see the different steps. That's kind of the thought. So him wanting me to move another couple of weeks is going to give me a little more time to make some improvements and tweak a few things. And I may take what I've got, the building that isn't done yet, with me, just to show people this is what it is. This is how it started, just to show people this is. The next video is world building. You're building a world. We're doing more than just putting down track and running trains, right? We are building a world. All modelers, that's what we do. We build a world, whether it is a period in time that's, an actual town or an actual rail line and an actual period in time. We all build a world. And that's kind of what I'm getting at in this next presentation. And this is for people who are getting into the hobby or interested in the hobby, to show them, this is easy stuff to do. It can be done relatively cheap. I've got a bunch of sawdust that looks like grass. I used it here, and it is how to put down, make your world, and not spend a bunch of money. But it's going to be on world building. So, if you like the video, please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a comment. Always love comments. I like to hear what people are thinking. I comment on other people's videos when I see something that's interesting, and I get a few comments on some of mine. I love that, and it's always fun to see what people are thinking and have some ideas. I learn stuff from other people, and I hope somebody learns stuff from me. So that's where we are today. That's where I'm at. And until next time, bye for now.